Jeff Haney is volunteering his time for some renovation work at a home on Chandler Street. It will be the new long-term housing for 8 men who've experienced chronic homelessness. And that includes Jeff. You see, at one time he was earning big bucks on the oil rigs in Alberta. Like a lot of young guys, he liked to play hard too. But for Jeff, it didn't stop, and he partied into his late 40s. An alcohol, cocaine, and opiate addiction sent his life spiraling downwards, and he found himself on the street.
I had to get a job, quit, party, get a job, quit, party for years and years, and ended up going to jail because of it.
He moved from Calgary to Kelowna, where he ended up staying at the Inn from the Cold shelter. From there, he got into a rehab program and eventually turned his life around. Inn from the Cold doesn't focus on what happened in the past to individuals like Jeff or what kind of baggage they continue to carry. They focus on their strengths.
So yes, they may come with a long list of things that have been barriers for them in their lives, but they also have an equally as long list of positive attributes and things that are strengths that they can share with our community. And Jeff's a perfect example of that. So Jeff can do anything. He's down there hanging our T-bar, thank goodness, as a volunteer.
I'm trying to help get the renovations done so we can open. So I'm here basically 6 days a week. Put something in front of me, I'll figure it out and I'll do it.
Every night we'll have a communal dinner where the guys will rotate and cook a meal with the help of staff and volunteers.
The Chandler House will be based on the shared accommodation model with supportive living and staff on site 24/7.
So here's where people can come and gather and watch TV and play games together. Also, if we have group meetings, we'll hold them here in the living area.
Inn from the Cold started in 1999 in Kelowna when tent cities were popping up around the city. The idea was to get homeless people off the streets on a cold winter night and into local churches. The organization graduated to winter shelter on Sutherland, but the next step was permanent housing, based around the housing first principle. That is, get people off the street first and deal with their issues later.
If you provide people with housing and support, it's not only economically beneficial, but also allows people to actually sustain that housing and move towards wellness in a more natural manner.
Unlike other organizations in town, this will be low barrier housing.
These are for people who need support and who are still struggling with active either mental health or addictions issues or other issues that are barriers to them accessing housing.
The tenants here will pay for their accommodation and can stay here as long as they like. Jeff will be the live-in caregiver, on call overnight, 7 days a week.
If the guys need somebody to talk to, I'm going to be here. If there's anything going on upstairs that shouldn't be, like fighting or anything, I'll be here. And if I can be an inspiration to any of them, I hope I can. I want to help people out of the situation that I was in too, and show them that it can be done.
Jeff has been clean for about 3.5 years now. Slaying those demons wasn't easy. In fact, it's still not easy. But he knows where that lifestyle was leading him, and he's grateful for turning it around.
If I was to try and tell you that I don't think about it, I'd be lying. But I know how to deal with it. I know I don't want it. So anytime I get a thought craving, it's like, really? You know, so enough is enough. I don't want to end up back in jail or dead, which is where it'll take me.